Okay, time to dive into something pretty interesting, huh? Laurus Labs' latest performance, their Q3 and 9-month results for fiscal year 2025.
Yeah, they had that big 47% jump in net profit year over year. Hard to ignore that.
Right. It really makes you want to dig in and see what's going on, doesn't it? We've got their reports and all their updates,
Yeah.
so we're going to break it all down
Okay.
and we'll figure out, not just what the numbers are, but what they mean for Laurus Labs, where they headed.
Well, I think what jumps out right away is that this profit surge isn't like a one-time thing. I mean, look at the overall picture, right? Their financials are strong across the board.
Okay.
They brought in 3,834 crore revenue in the first 9 months of this fiscal year. That's 6% growth year over year. Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
And their EBITDA, that jumped up 18% to 638 crore, and their margins now sitting at 16.6%.
So healthy growth, healthy margins. The question is, where's this growth coming from? Is it like everything's doing great?
Yeah.
Or are there certain parts of their business that are really driving this?
It's a little bit of both, honestly.
Okay.
The CDMO and formulations segments, they're the real standouts, no question.
Yeah.
They're really tapping into some big trends we're seeing in the pharma world right now. Take CDMO, for example. The demand for companies that can help develop and manufacture drugs, it's exploding.
That makes sense. It seems like more and more pharma companies are looking to outsource that stuff these days.
Exactly. And Laurus Labs, they're in a perfect position to benefit. I mean, their CDMO revenue, it's grown a whopping 33% year over year. Adding new assets, executing the clinical pipeline, it's all working.
Okay, so that's a big win for them. What about formulations? I mean, 5% year-over-year growth isn't too shabby either.
No, no, not at all. Especially because, and this is important, that growth is strong in developed markets.
Right, those are tough markets to crack with all the regulations and competition. So being able to grow there, that's got to say something about their, I don't know, their quality, their reputation.
Absolutely. They're definitely known for their quality. Now, of course, we have to talk about the one segment that's not doing so hot.
Yeah, the elephant in the room, right?
Definitely.
APIs, down 3% year over year. And I know part of that is lower ARV sales. So that could be a bit of a red flag, no.
Well, it depends how you look at it. To me, it seems like a strategic move. Like they're intentionally shifting away from ARVs and focusing on, areas with more potential for growth.
Interesting. So maybe not a red flag, but more like a calculated risk.
Exactly. They're reallocating their resources. And it makes sense if you think about it. Why focus on one area when another area, like CDMO, is absolutely booming?
Right. And this isn't just talk either. They're backing up their strategy with some serious investments.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that 160 crore investment they made in Laurus Bio, that's a big deal.
Yeah, 120 crore of that came from 8 Roads Ventures, and then Laurus Labs themselves put in another 40 crore. That shows commitment.
Right. They're clearly serious about biotech.
Yeah. And then there's that huge microbial fermentation facility they're building in Vizag.
Right, which is supposed to be up and running by 2026, adding a ton of manufacturing capacity.
So they're not just reacting to current demand, they're anticipating future demand. That's smart.
Very smart. And it's not just about capacity either, right? They're also investing heavily in R&D, things like biocatalysis, flow chemistry, high-potency APIs. They're really pushing the envelope when it comes to innovation.
All this focus on innovation, on being ahead of the curve, that's got to be a big part of their sustainability strategy too, right?
For sure. It's not just about growth. It's about responsible growth. I mean, they have over 1,100 scientists working across 14 globally certified facilities and no product recalls in the last 5 years. That speaks volumes.
It really does. It shows they're not cutting corners. They're committed to quality, to doing things the right way.
Right. And I think their involvement in some of these really cutting-edge projects like CAR-T, cell therapy, and gene therapy, that really shows how forward-thinking they are. They're aligning themselves with the future of the industry.
Okay, so big picture. It sounds like they're building a very solid foundation for long-term success. Their outlook for the rest of fiscal year 2025 seems pretty optimistic, right? Continued revenue growth, margin improvement.
Yeah, I'd say it's well-founded optimism.
Yeah.
It all comes down to their strategy. They're expanding into high-growth areas. They've got a robust pipeline of late-stage clinical projects, and they're investing wisely.
So bottom line, what should investors and analysts be taking away from all this?
Well, I think it's pretty clear Laurus Labs isn't just going with the flow. They're shaping the flow. They're adapting. They're evolving. They're staying ahead of the game.
They're making moves. It really makes you wonder, with this big push into biotech, where does that put them in the global pharma landscape? Do they have what it takes to become a real leader in the field?
That's the big question, isn't it? Only time will tell, but it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Definitely something to watch closely.
Okay.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon to explore another intriguing topic. Until then, keep learning and keep questioning.
See you next time.
Bye.